Hey everyone, this is Pradeep. I'm submitting this project called Prana. It's a clinical reasoning agent that I built for essentially validating kidney transplant patients. Um, it's a long horizon workflow. I've tried to simulate as much as possible in this environment by using timestamps. So let me just run through a brief flow of how this works. So let me just reset the environment. Um, and then I'm just going to say, first, I'm going to query the DB, which is what is this is doing is it's simulating a person actually in entering values. So I'll query the DB for example, creatinine, and I'll remove all this, and then let me just step through it. As you can see, you'll get a negative reward because you're just querying the DB, right? Now I'll get another value GFR, um, and then the reward will still be -1. And let me say I'll get a value HbA1c. The reward will still be -1 because the protocol says that you need to take all these values and report them. So now I change the action state to record value, which will simulate the reporting value. And then I will say for HbA1c, um, recorded value is 9.1, right? And then if I step, now you can see the rewarding changes to 0, right? Now I'll go to record value and then I'll say GFR. And then if I input the value that was here, recorded value is 11, the reward should actually change again, right? And finally, if I enter creatinine, which was query DB patient 001, recorded value was 5.2. Ideally, the reward should change again. Yeah, so the reward is now 0. So which means that essentially the reward keeps changing based on the values that you're entering. And then once the reinforcement learning loop runs on this environment, it can essentially fine tune a model and then make this intelligence built into the model. My goal was to show that this model, this environment works for open source models. I also built a new benchmark called the tau squared benchmark. And then in that benchmark, for these tasks, the model Quen actually failed in one of the tasks. And my goal was to do reinforcement learning on Quen 8 billion parameter model and then make it work. So that's the demo. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the training to run, but I've gotten so far. Thanks.